played football. It sounds like you played sports growing up, but how did you get into the social media world?
Yeah, man. I was playing, football, baseball, basketball all my whole life, racing dirt bikes and all that stuff. I was like one of those kids. But me, I just like me in school like didn't click, man.
Me neither.
So like,
Welcome
I
to
feel like
the
that's,
team.
yeah, you know what I mean. It's like I feel like that's for a lot of people, man. But I ended up leaving high school after my freshman year, and I ended up like kind of dropping out. My mom hates when I say that, but like, and then she enrolled me into like a homeschool and all that stuff, and ended up getting my diploma and all that. But whenever I did, I left high school. My best friend back there, his name's Cody Ryan. He was showing me all these like Vine kids, man, and them doing like them having like all this great success and so many views and just doing the dumbest things in public, and I was like, we just thought it was so funny, man. 15, 16-year-old little immature kids just laughing at them being complete degenerates, and just so like I look back at what we were doing now and I'm like why did no one just punch us right in the face, man? Like why did but we started making dumb videos on Instagram, YouTube, like all that stuff, just like really fucking with people in public or just doing dumb things, man. And we ended up getting a little bit of attention in our hometown. We got up to like 7,000 followers, and back then, like everyone was like, "Oh, they're famous, bro!" Like, you know what I mean? And we'd go to like local football games and start taking photos with like everybody, bro. And I was like, "What in the hell is going on, man?"
So you had a little squad then. That's what it was.
Yeah. We started with it started with me, my best friend, and then my other best friend at the time. And it was just like us three, and we were just kind of trying, and we ended up going out to LA when we were like 17. Just
And is that by yourself or your parents?
My mom went with me as well, and we were just trying to run into these like Vine kids, and and I ended up finding a mutual friend that was friends with them, and we all kind of got to connect and hang out and all that. And I was like, man, Mom, like, I think I could really do this whole thing.
Yeah. How long did that take you to kind of build your following then before you went out to LA? Because 17, that's
Dude,
like 3 years.
So when I went out there, I didn't even have 10,000 followers on Instagram. I didn't have any, like, I didn't really have a platform like compared to them. You know what I mean? And so, but I was like, Mom, this is where all of them live. They all lived at like 1600 Vine, which was like the apartment complex for like every influencer. Like the Paul brothers lived there, Cameron Dallas lived there, King Batch, like all the Viners you could possibly think of. And I was like, I gotta be here. I gotta be right where everyone is, because I'm going to be friends with these people, and I'm gonna do this, Mom. Like, I got it.
Yeah.
And
what did she say about that? Was she like
she was always really supportive about it. My dad's always supported me, but my dad is like that, like super just Southern dad,
the Texas dad.
Yeah, Texas dad that wanted me to. He was kind of pissed because I stopped racing dirt bikes. He just wanted me to. He didn't understand it. You know what I mean? And
shit, I still don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does, man. I thought I had it figured out. Now what the social media space has turned into, I don't even understand it. You know what I mean?
Trying to figure out that damn algorithm still, dude.
Yeah, but it's, and then I got a little bit of success, and I started doing that. I did like MagCon a little bit, and then we did. I was on like Musically whenever that was a thing. And then it turned to TikTok, but I took a break for like quite some time, and I was on YouTube pretty heavy as well. And then as soon as TikTok came around, everyone was like, "Bro, you got to jump on this." And I was like, "No way, I can't do it."
My first question with these types of people are like, "What's your first week in LA look like, or maybe the first month? Like how do you get out of your circle there that you were in? Where'd you stay at
when I was there?"
Yeah, on that street.
We just got like a little like Airbnb thing, like little house,
and
thing.
Then you're just trying to shoot out collabs with anybody,
dude. I was like DMing everybody, trying to, and then I knew I was like one of those kids where like we were like I knew where they all lived, so we would just like kind of hang around that area. Hopefully we like ran into somebody, all that stuff, and we I eventually, when I turned 18, I was like, Mom, I got to go out there, like I said, and 18 I moved out there, no parents, no discipline, no nothing, man, and I was complete degenerate, man. I completely fucked off, and
18 in LA, bro.
You know what I mean? And I was I never like I said, I never got into like the party scene or any of that stuff. I just completely went out there and forgot every reason as to why I was supposed to be out there, man. I was just hanging out with all the wrong people. I was just doing that thing, but that's the awesome side.
So how did you grow your following then from the 10K, and then you at the place that you had the Airbnb, was your following kind of up already?
It was like less than 10K, like I said, like before I moved out there. When I moved out there, I met some other friends that weren't they weren't big on the internet either. But we just started making content together.
Gotcha. And then
they
people
lived in that
notice.
apartment complex actually, but they weren't influencers at all. And we just started making videos together, and like that collabing side of stuff just got us a lot of traction.
Okay.
It was like I said back in Musical.ly, and then like the featured page or whatever was like really popping. And then like whenever TikTok came around, like I had like 1 million followers on Musical.ly or whatever, and then that transferred over whenever TikTok happened. But everyone was like, "Yo, this new app," and I was like, "I can't do it, man."
Would you say that you're one of the
cringy.
first kind of people on Musical.ly then in that era with like a Lauren Gray or Josh Richards that kind of like had their following on that app, and then kind of were the first ones to get on TikTok to bring a ton of those followers on that app?
Yeah, I think that I was one of the first people in that like generation to kind of like cross over from there. You know, Lauren did it really well. Josh did it really well as well. You know, all that stuff. But yeah, there was only like a select few, like not everyone. That's like the one thing that was like hard with like even like the Viners that were all like so popular whenever Vine died. Everyone just disappeared, you know what I mean? Because they didn't convert it over to everything else. You know?
Gotcha.
So